Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have joined up with a sweet group of mamas to talk about contentment in a time that is so filled with comparison and hate. How are we finding contentment in our lives, in our homeschools, and bringing it just all the way around? I want to thank Christy at Gracefilled for hosting this collaboration, and I really look forward to checking out what some of the other mamas have to say about contentment. So stick with us, go ahead and follow along with the playlist and see what we have to say about contentment. Hi, you guys. So today we are going to talk about contentment. And honestly, contentment is something that I have been struggling with a lot lately. I've actually been putting a lot of time in at the restaurant and just busy trying to transition our homeschool from our normal curriculum to what I like to do for the holidays, and with the holiday rush of, well, nothing right now because Ohio is apparently going back on lockdown, but and my restaurant may be closed soon, so maybe I will have all the time in the world to worry about all of these things that cause me discontent. But often you hear comparison is the thief of joy. And oh my goodness, there has been so much comparison lately and horrible, hurtful things that have been said. My heart just hurts. It just hurts a lot. And I've had to step away from a lot of things and pray a lot more than I think I have in a long time. And there's been a lot of worship music blasting out of the van and the out of the speakers, the soundbar on our TV, because it brings me peace, and I have needed a lot of peace lately. So much joy has been taken lately, and sadly enough, it's a lot of other moms and women in general who are being so unbelievably hurtful. And I want to remind you that even though everything can seem absolutely crazy, you can find contentment in anywhere. Even if you just have to find one small part of your life, find contentment there. I've give yourself grace, all the grace, because things are really crazy right now. In my blog post the other day, I wrote that 2020 has officially kind of been a dumpster fire, and I don't for so many things, but to take the time to be grateful for the things that we did get out of 2020. So I'm really trying to take the month of November and be present and intentional and remind myself that in all of this mess, there have been a lot of good things. And yeah, there were a lot of things that didn't change for our family necessarily because we are already homeschoolers and we are already very much homebodies, and we're very into spending probably a ridiculous amount of time together and the close-knit group that we do have. So quarantine looked a little different for us, but for the rest of the world, there were a lot of really big changes and things that they could be grateful for. So one of the ways that I am finding contentment in life in general right now is counting my blessings. And we are spending the month at mealtime together, every meal that we have a chance to all be together at, which is most of them. I'm not at the restaurant a whole lot. We are doing our gratitude journal and a tree of thanks. And we're each writing something down in that, and or hanging it on the tree at each dinner. And that has made me feel very happy. We are never going to be completely content in our homes and our friendships or as mothers, but that's where we need to give ourselves a little bit of grace too, and find the places where we can be and where we can find the happiness. Like, my house is in complete chaos right now, especially since we're trying to purge things and I'm getting rid of clothes and whatnot. And my husband finally just finished the shelves in our den / homeschool room so I can get more things organized. And that room is kind of my happy place. It really, really is. And so I have accepted that we are always going to have dirty dishes, and there is always probably going to be a mountain of laundry, and I'm probably not going to scrub my toilet as often as I should, but the rest of it isn't that bad. And I have to remind myself that that's okay. And I have to remind myself that in doing these seemingly mundane chores, I am blessing my family. So it's not too bad. As a person and as a mom and as a wife, don't compare yourself to others. I know that we are all surrounded by Pinterest and Instagram perfect pictures constantly. We're inundated with it. But I'm going to tell you a little secret. It really probably shouldn't be a secret. Most of that is really, really staged. I have some gorgeous pictures that I have posted on Instagram, and let me tell you, you don't want to see what is behind me by any means. Like, even now, this is kind of a hot mess. I have water and LaCroix, and that's my husband's snake tank. It's in our room, and it's kind of a hot mess. I'm sure it could be worse, but it's not Pinterest perfect by any means. And you have got to give yourself a little bit of grace, and remember that those things are staged, because we are all just doing the best that we can at any given point in time. And please do not make what we spend a lot of time setting up and staging just for literally a moment's time in one of those tiny little squares, seriously, is not worth it most of the time. It's exhausting, really. And there are days where I'm like, well, I actually in my Instagram stories shared the other day a picture of my kitchen countertop and a week of me working and being gone, and what it looks like when my husband is running the house with the kids. And believe it or not, from the time I took the before video and the after video was hours. Like, hours of cleaning my kitchen. So yeah, don't feel bad when you see those things, because a lot of it is a lot of hard work just to make one smidgen of something picture perfect. And none of us are perfect. If we were, Jesus wouldn't have died on the cross. So pray a lot for where you need the most help. And if you are not content, pray that you are shown the little ways to find contentment in each of the different areas that you are searching for it in. I think one of the best things we can do is to lead by example and always be honest. And, you know, if you've got a friend who needs to really hear something, be honest. It's going to keep your friendship in a good place. So if you're discontent with your friendships, take a hard look at it and pray about what changes you need to make in yourself that might be able to make a difference, and pray for the change in your friend. In our homeschools, there's always so much comparison for homeschools, and I get asked tons of questions all the time. And well, now they've got the new school pods, and why don't you try to do something like that, or try to tutor, or, and I'm like, because I just can't. I mean, I would love to, and I love helping guide, but we each have our own style and different way, and our kids each have a different way of learning. And the beauty of each of our homeschools is we get to custom make that for each and every one. I mean, yes, we have to have some kind of consistency with certain things, but it's different. Each one, you could go into half a dozen homeschools and you're going to have half a dozen different ways of doing things. Half a dozen different types of curriculum. It's all going to be. So when you see somebody with a super expensive box curriculum and you're like, ooh, I would really love to have that. Think about the fact that maybe you don't have that because you have what works for you. Or, I have actually lots of people, like, we're desperate for land to have our own farm, and we haven't gotten there yet, but hopefully soon. And whenever I see or I drive past these beautiful lots of acreage, my heart just, it yearns badly. I've always been a country girl, and we had a almost 40-acre farm that we rented for a really long time, and I miss it down to my bones. But it isn't in God's plans for us yet. Eventually it will be, but it's not. And I have to be content with the nice, cozy little home that we were really, really blessed to end up with. And, we're getting a good chance to raise our kids here, and things are not bad. And I just have to remember to keep that kind of stuff in check, because if not, I am discontent and unhappy, and that bleeds out into everything else that I do. So my kids are unhappy, my husband gets grumpy. If I'm grumpy, I throw off the entire rhythm for everybody. If I am discontent, I'm throwing off this rhythm. So don't compare yourself. Don't compare your homeschools. Don't compare the curriculum that you're using to your friend's curriculum, or your kids to your friend's kids, because one of the reasons we homeschool, our kids are all different. We get to custom make this beautiful learning environment for them, and everybody is different. So I guess the best thing that I can say is just a reminder that comparison is the thief of joy. Pray a lot. Be honest. And don't compare yourself to others for anything, because that discontent steals your joy and bleeds out into your family. So pray for contentment in all areas of your life and your heart, and things will work out just in the manner that they were supposed to. So you guys have a wonderful week, and we will be back soon. I'm going to do an unboxing of my first unboxing ever here, probably later this week. So I'm kind of excited about that. And I myself am going to remind myself that I need to pray for contentment when it comes to house hunting and land hunting, because I really, really, really want a farm. And when I see my friends' kids doing really awesome homeschool stuff, and I'm like, wow, I should really, really wish I could do that. I have to remember that I have beautiful homeschool curriculum too. And I have a beautiful family, and we are very, very blessed. And I have to remind myself that always, because contentment is most important, and comparison is the thief of joy. Bye, everyone. See you again soon.